Last year, we saw a blow to the civil rights community on November 8th when we were shocked to death of the election of Donald J. Trump to become the next president of the United States. Shocking to me that in this moment, that even now, people would be more concerned about going to breakfasts and galas and going to parades when we are about to go into one of the most reversing country we've ever seen in American history. We've seen it before with Reagan, and we've seen it before with Nixon and others. But I believe that we're about to go into even worse times than that. And what better time to stand up for what Dr. King stood up, workers' rights and equality in the workplace for women who often are disenfranchised, raped and beaten and pushed aside. What better time to stand up for homelessness? And some of the choir members are here. What better time to stand up against a mayor who is more concerned about the top priorities, the top 1% of San Diego, but can't even put forth a plan to provide livable housing to our homeless, most who are 19% African American. Right. What better time to stand up for police reform and to let Mayor Faulkner know, and the new council president, Myrtle Cole, who appointed the most reversing public safety and livable neighborhoods committee we've ever seen. And to let Donald Trump know that we will be watching every appointment, especially appointments like Senator Jeff Sessions, who represents some of the most racist bigotry history. On King Day, we will lay out the concrete plans around homelessness, around workers' rights and equality and women's rights in the workplace, around the issues of mass incarceration in the private prison industry, and around police reform from the local San Diego level to Washington, D.C. We may have lost the election, but we did not lose our calling. We must fight in this time. So, we cannot afford in this time to represent the values of Dr. King and then run out and hold galas and breakfasts and celebrate when we're in one of the most dangerous times of our time. And we must stand now for what Dr. King represented in these areas, in these issues. So we will lay out a concrete plan on Martin Luther King Day to set forth and let the local and the state and the national elected officials know that in this most crucial time that we shall not be moved. And some will ask me in the media, well, Rev, there's already a parade going on. Why are you guys launching a march? Because the parade doesn't represent much of what Dr. King represented. History tells us that the Martin Luther King parade that used to be held in Lincoln Park, down Imperial, down Market, all in that community, that parade is now downtown with the highest hotels and the top 1% of the country. A parade that has spoken about militarization, what Dr. King spoke against. So that's why on King Day, we're not negating the parade. We're not neglecting the people who will go to breakfasts and galas. But we're saying on King Day, what better day to stand for workers' rights and human rights and civil rights, to organize. We will spend every day from today until January 16th organizing for this march. So this is a march of the people. This is a march of Dr. King. This is not a march of ivory towers and expensive breakfasts that much of our homeless community and our workers can't even get to because they don't even have enough money to buy a ticket. This will be for them. Those who are the downtrodden. Those who have been left out.